Welcome to Sacred Resilience. I am your host, Christy Lynn Stoken. Thank you for being here. Imagine stepping onto a Candyland game board, but this one is different. It's not about candy or winning. It's about the journey through the heart. Each square represents a piece of healing. The cracks, the sticky spots, the rules we've had to rewrite, and the safe spaces we're learning to create for ourselves. Wherever you are on this board today, know this: you're not alone. Connection is part of the game, and I'm here with you as we navigate it together. Let's take the next step. So far on this board, we've stood on the cracked heart square, where we realized intensity wasn't intimacy. Then we waded through the sticky square, where we learned that stuck happens. And now we land somewhere different. Not messy, not heavy, but unfamiliar. This is the square where we need to start rewriting the rules. Because after awareness and after processing, something really tender happens. You start realizing you don't actually want to play by the old rules anymore. The rules that said, stay small, keep the peace, don't rock the boat, be agreeable, earn love, tolerate more than you should. Those rules kept you safe once, but they don't get to run your life forever. When you've lived through trauma, emotional abuse, or manipulation, your brain adapts. You learn to scan the room. You learn to anticipate moods. You learn to shapeshift. You become very, very good at reading everyone else and very disconnected from yourself. And after years of that, something subtle happens. You stop trusting your own voice. You start second-guessing your gut. You ask everyone else what they think first. You explain yourself too much. You apologize for taking up space. You feel guilty for saying no. You wonder, am I overreacting? Even when something clearly hurts. That's not personality. That's conditioning. Trauma teaches us to abandon ourselves to keep other people comfortable. So, this square on the board, this is where we gently start coming back home to ourselves. Not with force, not with new year, new me energy, but slowly, safely, choice by choice. Let's talk about boundaries for a minute, because boundaries get a bad rap, right? They sound harsh or selfish or confrontational. But boundaries aren't walls. They're doors with locks. You still get connection. You just get to decide who has access. And here's the part nobody tells you. If you grew up or lived in environments where your needs weren't safe, boundaries don't feel empowering at first. They feel terrifying. Because your nervous system says, if I say no, something bad will happen. So if boundaries feel scary, that doesn't mean you're bad at them. It just means your body's trying to protect you. So we start small. Not big, dramatic life changes, tiny rewrites. Maybe it's, let me get back to you, instead of an immediate yes. Maybe it's not explaining yourself 3 times. Maybe it's resting without earning it. Maybe it's trusting that weird little gut feeling that says, something's off. And this is actually why I created Sacred Signals and Sacred Talks, because recognizing what's happening inside you is one thing, but finding the words for it can feel really hard. Sacred Signals helps you notice the patterns, those little internal nudges, the red flags, the body cues. And Sacred Talks helps you put language to them so you can actually say what you need, set boundaries, and have those conversations safely. They're not about doing it perfectly. They're just tools to help you practice listening to yourself and speaking up when you're ready. Self-trust is rebuilt in inches, not miles. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to protect your peace. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm anymore. If this were our Candyland game board, this would be the rule rewrite square. The space where you quietly pick up the old rule book, cross out what hurts you, and write new ones in your own handwriting. Rules like, my body gets a vote. Safety matters more than approval. Love shouldn't cost me myself. And here's what's beautiful. The more you trust yourself, the less chaotic love feels. The less you chase, the less you explain, and the less you settle. Because you're not looking for someone to save you anymore. You're finally standing on your own 2 feet. Next episode, we land on the final square. Not romance, not perfection. Peace. The kind of safety you carry inside your own body by trusting yourself a little more today than you did yesterday. This is Sacred Resilience. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.